Looking to get famous? Sure, there's lots of ways you can get your name in lights or even the headlines. Most of it involves either inventing something revolutionary or going on a lot of auditions to get your big break. If you don't have time for that, you can always just do some high-profile dating. These following celebrities show the road to fame can be had by dating someone who's already famous. Before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Amber Rose. If Amber Rose hadn't caught the eye of Kanye West, there's no telling what her career path would look like today. Before West, Rose was a stripper who was just starting to make small appearances in music videos. From 2008 to 2010, her high-profile relationship didn't just make the tabloids but also opened up a new career path. During and since that relationship, Rose has developed a modeling career and made various appearances in television and film productions. Kruchi Tran. If you date Chris Brown, singer, you're probably going to get a little fame. When Brown and Rihanna split following a very public domestic abuse episode, Kruchi Tran entered the scene as his new love interest. Who was she? At the time, no one really knew much about this aspiring model. Like a kitchen light, Brown and Tran's relationship was on again, off again, that it's so hard to know what was going on at any given time. Since the two broke up in 2015, she's been linked with a host of famous figures from Manchester United footballers to Formula One champ Lewis Hamilton. Kate Middleton. When you think of famous celebs, most people likely go to movies, music, and sports stars. But what about royalty? Over the last few decades, the British royal family has definitely become a celebrity focus, and outsiders linked to this family have often gained much fame. Take Kate Middleton for example. Before 2002, no one had a clue who she was, and after being linked to Prince William, things changed dramatically. Until her marriage to William in 2011, Middleton's name and image was constantly in the paper and magazines, causing her popularity to skyrocket to A-list levels. Scott Disick. It's ironic that someone should get famous for being in a relationship with someone who also got famous for no reason. Enter Scott Disick. Thanks to the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kourtney Kardashian got famous. As a result, Disick got famous. But who is he? He's probably best summed as an entrepreneur in a socialite, and his friends and family even reportedly call him Lord Disick. To be honest, without hitching the wagon to the Kardashian steamroller, it's unlikely most of us would ever know who he was. Casper Smart. When Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony separated in 2011, all eyes were on JLo to see where she would land. Seemingly out of nowhere, one of her dancers, Casper Smart, showed up on the scene as the singer's new love interest. Nobody knew much about the now 29-year-old except he was a dancer in JLo's tour. Fast forward 5 years, and although the relationship was relatively low profile compared to Lopez's previous ones, everyone knew who Casper Smart was. With his recent split from the singer, it remains to be seen whether fame will continue to follow Smart as he continues his career of dancing and modeling. Dean McDermott. Unless you were a fan of the Canadian TV series Due South, you probably couldn't pick McDermott out of a crowd prior to 2005. That said, he started an affair with Tori Spelling, and since then his name is pretty unrecognizable. If we're honest, though, his fame came from spilling of dark and dirty secrets through the tabloids and the reality shows he started with Tori. From substance abuse to the details of their sexual relationship, nothing appeared to be off limits when it came to fame. Stedman Graham. If you're in a relationship with one of the richest and most influential women in America, it's hard to not have the fame trickle down to you, even if you try to avoid it. Stedman Graham is a successful author and businessman, yet his fame only gradually developed many after years. That's because Graham is a longtime partner of media mogul Oprah Winfrey. For years, audiences only knew him as Stedman, that boyfriend of Oprah's who was sometimes spotted sitting in the audience. Today, many people know exactly who you're referring to just by simply referring to his first name. Kim Kardashian. Before Kanye and Reggie Bush, and even before Keeping Up with the Kardashians, most people had no clue who Kim Kardashian was. Okay, maybe a few people knew her as the daughter of famed lawyer Robert Kardashian, or even the friend of Paris Hilton. Then Ray J came along. Technically, it wasn't a several-year relationship that she had with the singer, but actually one very explicit tape that surfaced in 2007 that led to the fame. This sex tape put Kardashian into the spotlight, and she's never looked back. Elizabeth Hurley. It's hard to think of a time when Elizabeth Hurley wasn't famous, but it did exist. Prior to 1994, not a lot of people knew or were familiar with the actress and model. Her struggling ways vanished in 1994 when she appeared with boyfriend Hugh Grant at the premiere of 4 Weddings and a Funeral. His meteoric rise to stardom and the fact that she wore an eye-catching Versace dress to the premiere immediately led to a career boost. Hurley soon appeared in more mainstream and successful Hollywood films and even started down a career in the fashion world despite having absolutely no prior experience. Kevin Federline. Before 2004, if you knew who Kevin Federline was, you were part of a very small circle of people. Throw Britney Spears into that equation and the backup dancer became a household name overnight. Dating a music megastar bumped K-Fed up the chain and headline makers, and it wasn't long until he was a household name. Later marriage and ugly custody battles only increased his fame. To be honest, without the 2-year relationship with Spears, Federline would have likely remained obscure and never had a chance to try his hand at rapping and modeling. Well, that concludes 10 people who got filthy rich by dating stars. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Since you're here, be sure to check out more videos here at Fierce. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. And as always, stay fierce.